Will animals inhabit the new earth? Well, let's go back. A lot of people think that's sort of a silly question. Well, what do you mean? Animals? I mean, is this sentimental thing about animals cross the rainbow bridge and go to heaven, and then one day we'll see our animals again floating around up there? And it's hard to picture floating animals like it's hard to picture floating people. But see, now we've got a completely different concept of heaven, right? We're talking about the new earth. The new earth is parallel to the old earth. There's continuity. So now it becomes a very relevant question. Were there animals on the old earth? Of course. They were part of God's perfect design. So in Genesis 1, and God said, "Let the waters teem with living creatures." The word there is the Hebrew word nephesh, which is the same word that is translated, used when it says, "And God breathed into Adam the breath of life, and he became a living soul," or a living creature. You go, whoa. It's actually used of animals as well. Now, am I suggesting that animals are in any way equal to people? No, I am not. I'm just saying that the language uses the word that is translated for people, soul. Living creatures. So God created the great creatures of the sea and every living and moving thing. And again, you get with the living thing, you've got nephesh, with which the water teems. And God said, "Let the land produce living creatures," nephesh, "according to their kinds, livestock, creatures that move along the ground, and wild animals. And to all the beasts of the earth, and all the birds of the air, and all the creatures that move on the ground, everything that has the breath of life," nephesh, "in it, I give every green plant for food." So God looks out for human beings. God looks out for animals. They are part of his creation. Will animals, including our pets, live again? And I can't give a definitive answer to this, to the second part about our pets. But I can, I think. If this was the only passage we had in Romans 8, I can answer the first question about animals. "For the creation waits in eager expectation for the children of God to be revealed. For the creation was subjected to frustration." Okay, it all fell on man's coattails. Adam and Eve sinned, and it went bad for the whole creation, including the animals. "For the creation was subjected to frustration. The creation itself will be liberated from its bondage to decay and brought into the glorious freedom of the children of God." So clearly, when he's talking about the creation itself and the whole creation and all of that, he's not simply talking about people, because he distinguishes people from the rest or the whole creation into the glorious freedom of the children of God. The whole creation has been groaning as in the pains of childbirth. Not just people. And you look at the suffering animal and you understand that. Having been there, when the vet was putting to sleep 2 of our dogs, and seeing the look in their eyes, and just that, it's just the feeling that the creation is groaning with longing for something better. This just isn't it. The world is under a curse, and they can't articulate it, but they know it. You see it because the joys that they experience, and then the sense of tragedy that something is not right. The whole creation has been groaning as in the pains of childbirth. We wait eagerly for the redemption of our bodies, the resurrection. That's what's going to turn around everything, not just for us, but for the whole creation that longs to be liberated from its bondage to decay.